You know, the coolest thing about concept cars is that they give us a peek into the future before it actually arrives. They're like car makers showing us their vision boards. And sometimes those visions are wild, daring, and even a little bit outrageous. And while not every detail makes it into production, concept cars tell us exactly where the industry is headed. Today, I want to take you on a ride through 7 of the most exciting future concept cars you need to know about. Trust me, by the end, you'll be as excited about the future of driving as I am. Let's start with Mercedes, because you know they never do subtle when it comes to showing off. The Mercedes-AMG Concept GT-XX is one of those cars that makes you stop mid-sentence when you first see it. Long, low, wide, just dripping with aggression. This thing looks like it's slicing through the air even when it's standing still. What really caught my eye is how they're experimenting with aerodynamics on this one. Those aero wheels, they don't just look cool. They actively help with airflow and cooling. That's a level of nerdy car detail that makes a huge difference in performance. If this makes it to production, it's going to be one of those cars you hear before you see, and when you do see it, you won't forget it. AMG knows drama, and this concept is pure theater on wheels. Now flip the coin and let's talk about Audi. Their Concept C is a completely different flavor. Sleek, minimalist, almost artistic. Picture this: a 2-seater roadster with a retractable hardtop that disappears like magic. The proportions are tight, the stance is athletic, and it has this titanium finish that makes it look futuristic without screaming about it. Audi seems to be teasing us with what the next generation of their sports cars might look like. Maybe even a spiritual successor to the beloved TT. And honestly, I love that they're going back to the essence of driving. 2 seats, top down. Nothing between you and the road except that clean Audi precision. It's like a love letter to enthusiasts who still crave that connection, even in the EV era. And speaking of EVs, BMW is diving all in with their Vision Neue Klasse. This isn't just a one-off concept, it's a preview of an entire future lineup. BMW is basically saying, here's what our next decade looks like. The design language is totally new, sharper, bolder, cleaner. It still feels like a BMW, but with a modern twist that feels ready for the electric age. Inside, it's all about tech and experience. Huge displays, intuitive controls, and the kind of cabin that makes you want to just sit there and play with all the features. What's interesting is how this concept blends futuristic looks with BMW's classic sporty DNA. It feels like the bridge between the cars we've grown up with and the cars we'll be driving next. Now, if you're someone who likes space and comfort, the Škoda Vision 7S will blow you away. Imagine a big 3-row electric SUV that feels less like a car and more like a futuristic living room on wheels. The interior is crazy spacious, with modes that let you switch the whole vibe. Drive mode keeps everything sharp and driver-focused, while Relax mode softens the lighting and lets passengers kick back. Add in a giant panoramic roof and a massive touch display in the center, and suddenly, road trips don't sound like a chore anymore. Škoda's saying, we know families are going electric too, so let's make it exciting. It's bold, and honestly, I can see a lot of people wanting exactly this. From there, Mercedes pops up again with the Concept CLA class. If you've been following the CLA, you know it's always been that stylish coupe-like sedan in the lineup. But this concept? It takes that idea and turns the dial way past 10. The sleek roofline is even more aggressive. The lighting signature looks straight out of a sci-fi movie, and inside, it's basically a rolling tech lounge with massive screens and materials that feel luxurious even from the pictures. What excites me is that this isn't some wild, unreachable fantasy. This looks like a car they're actually planning to build. And with rumors about impressive electric range, it could be the sweet spot between daily usability and futuristic flair. Now let's switch gears and talk about something more rugged, the VinFast VF Wild. VinFast has been making noise in the EV space, and with the VF Wild concept, they're proving they're not just about city cars. This is a full-on electric pickup, and it looks the part. Big wheels, muscular stance, and a bed that's designed to actually be useful. It blends that tough off-road vibe with clean EV design, which is something we haven't seen much of yet. And if it ends up with dual motors and strong towing numbers, it could really shake up the truck market. I love seeing newcomers like VinFast throwing bold punches like this. It forces the big players to step up their game. And finally, we've got Volkswagen with the ID. 2-all concept. Now, this one might not have the shock factor of some of the others, but honestly, it might be the most important. Why? Because it's all about making EVs accessible. VW is aiming for an electric car that costs under 25,000 euros. That's huge. The design is friendly, modern, and approachable, not overly flashy, and the interior looks smart and practical. If Volkswagen pulls this off, it could bring millions of drivers into the EV world, not just a lucky few. And that, in my opinion, is just as exciting as any wild supercar concept. So when you look at these 7 cars together, you start to see the bigger picture. The future of cars isn't just about one thing, it's about variety. We've got wild performance machines like the AMG GT XX, minimalist roadsters like the Audi Concept C, family-friendly electric SUVs like the Skoda Vision 7S, luxury sedans like the CLA, rugged pickups like the VinFast VF Wild, and even budget-friendly EVs like the ID. 2-all. It's a future where there's something for everyone. Whether you're chasing thrills, comfort, practicality, or just trying to join the electric movement without breaking the bank. And that's what makes concept cars so fun to talk about. They're not promises, they're possibilities. Some of these details will make it to the cars we'll be driving in the next few years, and some will stay as wild ideas. But either way, they remind us that the future of driving is alive, it's exciting, and it's coming faster than we think. So which of these 7 concept cars excites you the most? Would you go for the sleek Audi Roadster, the massive Skoda SUV, or maybe the affordable VW ID? 2-all. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear which one you'd actually buy if it became real. And hey, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this ride into the future, and subscribe for more deep dives into the cars that will shape tomorrow. Because if this is where the future of cars is headed, honestly, I can't wait to drive it.